Hello everyone and welcome back to the CO2 Rundown. I'm your host Chad Owens and today is a very special show for me and for you. Reason being is we made 1 year of the CO2 Rundown. Yesterday, September 14th was that date. Last year was on a Monday. That was my very first segment here on the CO2 Rundown. And so I want to give a huge mahalo to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser for creating this for you guys. I want to say thank you to you, everyone, for tuning in. This has been a very special journey for me, one that's allowed me to evolve in this craft and just in general, man, sports and everything. I'm always looking to, for that self-development, that self-growth each and every day, each and every week, each and every month, year after year. So I just want to say thank you again to all of you who continue to tune in. And like we always do, let's dive on in to the CO2 Rundown. And starting us off here is, man, I got to recap quickly that Monday Night Football game between the Raiders and the Ravens. Talk about a classic Monday Night Football. Exciting playoff type atmosphere. That was it. That game was electrifying. Like, what a way to close out week one, right? We started week one with the Bucs doing their thing, Tom Brady doing what the GOAT does to kick off this 2021 football season in week one. And to close out week one, Raiders, Ravens, we couldn't have asked for anything more. What a game. Congratulations to the Raiders at that new Allegiant Stadium, man. First regular season game with fans. It was a packed house. It was crazy. And I know that played a factor, which allowed them to continue to dig deep throughout that game to pull out that victory against a talented, Lamar Jackson-led Ravens team. And Lamar Jackson had a couple turnovers that could have been a difference. There's a lot of things that happened in that game that was momentum changes. But at the end of the day, hey, the Raiders wanted it more at the end. So I know all you Raider Nation fans out here was super excited about that. And I just want to wish Marcus Mariota a speedy recovery, man. He had an electric run. I know they had said that he's a big part of their offense. Being able to do those read options and to come in and to be a quality backup for Derek Carr is huge. So, brother, wish you a speedy recovery. Hope it's nothing too serious. Get on the mend, and we're looking forward to seeing you back out there doing your thing. And congratulations to Carissa Moore winning her 5th World Surf League title. That's the WSL. Man, what a year. Coming off of the first Olympics surfing win, gold medalist, in the history of that, and to cap it off with this WSL title, her 5th. I mean, damn, like Carissa Moore, the GOAT. I'm going to see you on a Wheaties box very, very soon. I know the phones are blowing up right now with potential sponsors, endorsements. People want to work with you, and that's what it's about, guys. I mean, all my young athletes, take a look at Carissa Moore, right? Humble, just aloha, right? That's what she gives. Talented in her sport, but goes about it the right way. And if you do so, you're going to get opportunities outside of your sport. Although we can't let that distract you from your sport and what allowed you to get that attention in the first place, right? So keep grinding, Rissa. We're all proud of you. Congratulations. One heck of a 2021. And it's not even done yet. We got a couple more months to go to finish off this year, but congrats. That's huge. Way to put Hawaii, continue to put Hawaii on the map. And this is something that's been going on since the beginning of this, midway of this year, before the football season started rolling out. Washington State head football coach Nick Rolovich, has sort of been quiet when it comes to their state's mandate on employees, faculty members, teachers, all that having to be vaccinated. And his stance is just, he's not saying anything about it. The reporters were drilling him. question after question after question about it. And he was trying to move on because he's focused on being the head football coach right now. And, you know, it's just crazy, you know, coaches, athletes, everyone's going through change right now. And it's really just, I know for Rolo, it's putting a damper on what he enjoys. And that's just being a coach, right? And he just wants to focus on being a coach and helping that football team win games. And that's his focus. And so I'm sure, I mean, there's a deadline coming up, so I'm sure we'll hear more or something as that deadline approaches. But for now, Rolo is just focused on one thing. That's being a great head football coach. All right, this is awesome. I love that Billy Ho is putting this together. You guys need to go check this out. He's calling it Hawaii Grown Notebook. And what this is all Hawaii grown athletes that are doing things at the college level. He's got, you know, all the different sports, their names, their stats, what they're doing, current. You guys got to go check that out, man. There's a lot of athletes out there that are doing amazing things at the respected colleges. So congratulations to all of you. And again, please go check that out, man. Billy Ho, Hawaii Grown Notebook. I appreciate you doing that for our athletes, brother, highlighting what they're all doing. San Jose State assistant football coach Brent Brennan has huge emotional ties and connection to UH and Hawaii in general. And yeah, that's right, Brent Brennan, cousin of Colt Brennan, whom we all know we miss dearly. Rest in paradise, brother. You know, Brent is the cousin of Colt Brennan, and you know, Brent also was an assistant coach here at Hawaii and coached under the legendary Dick Tomey. Again, rest in peace, coach. You know, so coming here, Hawaii plays San Jose State this weekend. It's going to be a big emotional game for him. You know, he'd say that back even when Colt was playing after the games, when Colt would just slice them up, you know, it was awesome to come across the field, hug it out, and just really have that family moment, you know. And he shared, you know, all of the bonding that they had when he was a player and coach, and the things that he'd, you know, do with Colt. And it just, you know, man, you guys got to check out that article. And, you know, it's very, yeah, it's very touching. It's going to be an emotional weekend for a lot of people. And, you know, I'm hoping that we can pull it off and start off the conference play 1-0. But this is why I love football so much, because there's so many stories, genuine stories that are tied in with everyone. Every single person has a story. That's why I love football. Okay, and this right here is where this stuff gets under my skin. You know, Governor David Ige rejects a plea from UH football players, that the parents of the UH football players, to allow them to come watch their sons play the game. They said, hey, we'll be vaccinated. We'll wear our masks. We're properly social distance in a stadium that was retrofitted to fit 9,000 people. And I believe their plea was to fit about 500 people within that space. University of Hawaii is only one of 130 major schools to not host fans. You know, and I think the biggest cry out here for the people of Hawaii is that, man, we just want it to be fair. We just want it to be fair. And if I can chime in here, like for me, man, I chose to stay home and play for Hawaii because I wanted to play in front of my family. That's it. I wanted to play in front of my family. I wanted that support in the stands. And then when my career got going, that roar, I'm getting chicken skin. That roar, that excitement, that energy the fans gave me, I was able to give that back, because that's how it worked. People enjoyed it, right? People enjoy coming to football games. Parents, I think, number one, right, should be allowed. And for most of these parents, At least the local ones, for sure, I know most of them. Aren't they living in the same household as their sons still, currently, unless they're dorming, right? Majority. So, there's all of these things. And I'm just going to say this, this can hurt recruiting, which can hurt the program, because the product in the field may not be what it could have been with recruiting. And then that hurts the program, no revenue. If the sports aren't generating revenue, right? Fans aren't coming in. It just goes like this. All right, more government funding, more taxpayers, dollars, right? It's just a trickle-down effect from it. And, I feel like this needs to happen, right? Where's the plan? All right, we spent all this money to retrofit this stadium, to get it done, right? But wasn't there a plan in place in case this happens to where we're at today, right? What are we going to do when something's got to give? The parents got to go watch their kids play. It's needed. And it's not just in football. I believe all student athletes at the University of Hawaii and all sports deserve to have their parents, at the bare minimum, in the stands supporting them and watching them play. And that is it for today's show. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before we close, I got to remind you again, Football Fever. Get your ballots in the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. Fill that out, go turn it in to Select Long's Drugs, and give yourself a chance to win $500 cash. Mahalo again to our sponsors for Football Fever, Mercedes-Benz of Honolulu, Hawaiian Telecom, and Long's Drugs. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again from the bottom of my heart. This is the CO2 rundown, something we've built over the last year together, and we're just going to continue to evolve this thing. And so thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys come Aloha Friday.